and welcome back.
Thank you, and welcome back to you too. So,
Yes, I do like poodles.
oh yeah, okay. So here's a standard poodle I bought from the what was it? The museum. Oh, by the way, the museum is about Maya. Okay. So this is,
Oh, that's cool.
yeah. And
Oh my god,
you
that
might-
is so cute.
Yeah, you might think gray is bad luck, but one of my students told me that she has a gray one, and she said that gray ones are actually pretty rare. And I also asked.
Yes, they
the
are
really
actually.
I asked the really dumb AI, and then the really dumb AI said that this color, because there's another tan color that my dad said he suggests. That dumb AI said that she likes how mysterious the color gray looks. So I went with this one. And by the way, I think you'd like this one because it looks pretty. So I'm going to show you first.
Wow. Okay, I need to make it bigger.
It spins.
That looks like an ancient artifact.
Yeah, it is an ancient artifact. So my mom wanted this.
It's something for Maya.
Yeah. I think it's, yeah. So, I think it's something that represents the sun god or something. So my mom wanted to buy this, and I bought some llamas. So I have these earrings.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
Yeah, wait.
Okay, love them.
Okay, wait. Let me show you one of them outside the package.
Wait, do you have your ears pierced?
No, I don't have my ears pierced. I just like the color, and there's no, big version of this one.
That's cute.
Yeah.
I always thought their necks are longer.
Oh. Yeah, I also thought so, too. I guess they just didn't make it so long when they were designing it. So, at first I didn't want to buy it. I didn't bother buying it. And then my mom said she could wear it. And then I was like, oh, okay, fine.
Oh, of course.
And here's a big one.
Oh, they're piñatas.
Yeah, kind of like.
I love it. The colors, gorgeous.
Yeah, and they have tiny potatoes in their bags.
Oh my god, they're carrying tiny potatoes. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so, I think the people who sold it, explained that, that's, the llama is like some kind of lucky animal in Maya, so, yeah. I didn't buy it because of that. I bought the bigger one first, and then I heard her say that. And then, I liked the color of these because they looked energetic. And I found out the one they sold, where they told me the llama thing, it had, one of their eyes came off. So, one of their googly eyes came off. So, I decided to let go of it. But when we were prepared to go, we found a good package one, and because I already gave that idea, so my mom tried to convince me to buy it, so I bought it. And then this poodle, I don't know what to do with it. I suppose it was just a dog, so I bought it.
Yes, you like that one because it looked cute. Me too. I would do exactly as you. Okay, well, I haven't been to a museum in a while. Maybe I should visit, I really like history. Alrighty, right then. How do writers summarize a long story into one word? I always thought of this as being sort of like a superpower, because a long story into one word, that's going to be very interesting and it takes a cool word to replace a long text. So let's read paragraph C.
Okay, have you ever stopped and thought, what's wrong with me today? I just don't feel like myself. This is kind of like how I start my essay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You started your essays with a question.
Yeah. Have you ever stopped and thought, what's wrong with me today? I just don't feel like myself. Perhaps you were more tired or worried than usual, but somehow you know something that was different about you. This self-awareness, ability to think about yourself and how you're feeling, is an important part of being human.
Yes, it is. Look at the phrase, this self-awareness. What does this point back to? Can you show me?
This point back to probably this, or maybe even this.
Good.
Wait. Okay.
So literally everything that you underlined. So this is very important here because how to write a summary of a long story into one word, exactly like this. It encapsulates the entire two sentences before, like these ones. Here you can have the narrative, look, feeling wrong, being tired, noticing a difference, the concept, this self-awareness. 1 minute, no interruptions. This says, define the concept. Can you read your task, please?
Okay. Read the first two sentences aloud. Then, without looking at the text, explain to me what self-awareness means using your own words. You have 3 seconds to think before you speak. Okay. Oh wait, now I clicked on mirror again. Okay, so I think I'm done. Oh, and by the way,
Okay.
please don't call me cheating when I say this, but because the invention thing for my homework,
Okay.
I did, and for the self-awareness thing, I did search for for what self-awareness fully means, because if I just literally say the bot has self-awareness, what if it's not possible? What if no one has made a self-aware bot or something like that? So yeah, I searched for it, and I think it's just like you know what you feel, and you can recognize yourself in a mirror. Like I recognize that this girl on the screen is me, and they have sort of like an understanding of things. Like they know their own identity for a really long time.
Okay, that was a very good answer.
Thanks.
And of course, I'm not going to call you cheating or, whatever, because as it sounds to me like you were studying. Literally, you were studying for your homework. That's it. It's not cheating. Good job.
Thanks.
Where does your sense of self-awareness come from? We mentioned parts of the brain before. Let's read paragraph D now.
This part of your mind has its organs in the prefrontal cortex, a region of your brain just behind your forehead that extends to about your ears. I think okay, fine, I'll say it after. Before the area began to function around age 2, you didn't understand that you are a separate individual with your own identity. As this part of your brain developed, you became more aware of yourself and your thoughts and feelings. The temporal lobe, a part of the brain.
Temporal lobe, yes.
Okay, a part of the brain associated with perception and speech help you understand and put it into words these thoughts and feelings. So what I was gonna say with this, I think that when I read to this point, I think that I remember that's where they cut a part of the brain off in the lobotomy thing, and then when I got to like here, I was thinking to myself that I think that this to this point, I think I'm just talking to a wizard psychologist.
Interesting. A very good point there. And I'm sort of scared that you're aware of lobotomy, but okay, it's a good thing that you know it exists.
Okay.
And that it's not being used anymore as a standardized, psychological practice. Okay, what we actually have here is the lexical upgrade. Everyday English is what, and what is academic collocation? Let's read this.
Okay, everyday English comes from academic collocation as it has organs in. I can make a example.
As its origins in.
Has its origins.
It's the origins.
Okay.
Good.
So I'm gonna make an example out of these two.
Perfect.
So,
let's hear it.
So how about so this banana comes from a factory that makes that delivers bananas to your home, and then
Good.
and then I don't know if this is how you use it in the academic world, but I'm just gonna say
Try.
Your brain has its origins in the
Origins.
or has its origins in your head.
Okay, not really how we would use it. When we say has its origins in, we're talking about where something begins or starts, or where is something, native to. I can give you some examples, okay? So let's just make it a little easier for you. Let's read this.
The tradition
Just a bit, you don't have to read everything.
Okay, the tradition has its origins in ancient Rome. The festival says its origins in a centuries-old religious ceremony. The word salary has its origins in Latin. The sport has its origins in England. The recipe has its origins in a small village in Italy. The conflict has its own origins in a disagreement between the two countries. The modern internet has its origins in research projects from the 1960s. Her interest in music has its origins in her childhood.
Okay, so its origins. Think of it as a way where something originates, where something starts. But we won't say this for thoughts. You won't say this thought comes from this part of the brain, because the thought starts to make itself real in the part of the brain. So it didn't exist before, it just starts to exist now. I have some examples when it comes to China. Maybe this will be easier. Let's read.
The traditional Chinese festival has its own origins in ancient China. Paper has its origins in ancient China. The tradition of drinking tea has its origins in China. The style of Chinese painting has its origins in the Tang Dynasty. The practice of
Acupuncture.
acupuncture has its origins in ancient China. The famous Chinese invention of gunpowder has its origins in ancient China. The dish has its origins in The dish has its origins in southern China. The Chinese zodiac has its origins in ancient Chinese culture.
Good. Did this help?
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of, okay, good. Kind of is better than no, so good. Instead of using basic verbs, the author here uses the precise collocation. That's this. Look at this. To trace the biological route, the brain, to the psychological outcome. So we have a route in the brain and something happens in that route. It's always funny to me how they title these things. Syntax X-ray. Why did we lose this here? Why was it removed?
I don't know because it creates
It's fine.
a reduced relative clause.
You don't have to know definitions. You only need to know where and when you can actually use this. Where and when can you drop whiches? And you will know that as we progress, you will be better and better in this. So, a part of the brain which is associated with, no. A part of the brain associated with something. It's a completely different sentence. By dropping this, we have reduced, as you said, reduced relative clause. It does what? It compresses the sentence. So this is the sentence before compression. This is after you compress it. It's now dense and very easy to read. Okay, let's have you try this. Let's try sentence compression. Sentence compression, exclamation point. Let's read this.
Sentence compression! I will give you a clunky sentence. The temporal
lobe. Temporal lobe.
Temporal lobe is a part of the brain and it is associated with speech.
Compress it into one elegant sentence using a reduced relative clause.
Okay. Oh, it doesn't match, but sure, I will just use green. Part of the brain. Wait.
You have this as an example. There you go. Great work. Does it make more sense now? Is it easier to read now?
Yeah, it's easier to read now. Oh, what I'm doing here, I think it's just personal. If you want to do it, you can do it. If you don't want to do it,
No. It's completely fine. Don't worry.
Yeah, you can do it. Temporal lobe, a part of the brain, associated with speech. I don't know why I did that.
Good.
I just did it.
Well, you added dashes.
Yeah, I did.
You added dashes to make it more dense. I like it. Very cool.
Oh, thanks.
Good job. Okay, moving on. This says, what exactly happens in the brain when you remember? Does it happen to you to just sit or talk to someone and you remember something suddenly? Does it happen often?
Yeah, it does happen often. So I'm just gonna make a real example of Teacher Francis again, because the only other class I had was with Teacher Francis. So when we were talking, and I saw Pippin, that's a dog, standing on a massive amount of dog bones. I suddenly thought of when I was talking with my dumb AI about a golden retriever that sells dog slobber merch, and basically,
Okay.
and on YouTube, and basically, his channels have only one subscriber and 0 likes because it's gross.
Oh my god. Yeah, got it. No wonder, no surprises there. Let's read paragraph E. We have a radar to look out for something, so make sure to look out for something.
Okay.
Go on, read.
Perhaps one of the most important factors involved in shaping our identity is memory. What exactly is memory? Most scientists define it as a stored pattern of connections between neurons. In the brain, every feeling you remember, connections within a vast network of brain cells, and memories are reinforced, weakened, or newly formed.
Perfect. So we found vast here, and we have these 3 words here. They are important. And why are they important? Well, do you know what they mean? If you don't, you can just look at this here.
Okay, reinforced, made stronger, weakened, fades away, and newly formed, created. Okay.
Pretty easy, right? You knew this. Am I right?
Yes, I absolutely do. Well, I know these 2.
Yes, but I know. I know that reinforced would be.
Yeah, I know
Got
these
it,
2.
got it.
I'm not familiar with that, but now I just became familiar.
Perfect. And here, semantic precision, we won't use changes because it's too generic, too boring. We won't use transforms. Why?
It's too extreme, which makes people...
What is the most fitting?
The most fitting is alters, and by the way, I didn't know, but yeah, that's literally like this is also a great example of when you talk about something and you suddenly remember something. So transforms, and I literally just remembered about Transformers.
There you go. Your brain is working. This is neural pathway outcomes. In this illustration of nerve cells, neurons light up inside of the human brain. Memory event here. This shows you reinforced, made stronger, weakened, fades away, or newly formed. Look at this, sparkling. So it's interesting to think of our brain having like little fires inside, right? It's so cool.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished. Connect the dots. We found vast network.
Yay!
Now look at the right box here. If you study a vocabulary word every day for a week, which one of the 3 neural outcomes is happening in your brain? And what if you never use that word again?
There will be a lot of newly formed. Okay. I'm just gonna use white.
Okay,
So,
smart choice.
newly formed. I think there will be a lot of newly formed information, and if I also looked back at the vocabulary words, then it will also be reinforced. However, if I never use that word again, it will weaken, or in this case, I would forget it.
Perfect. Okay, we'll finish our class here on page 10. Do you have any questions?
No, I don't have any questions.
In that case, I wish you a beautiful day. Enjoy, and I will see you in the next class.
Okay, see you in the next class.
Bye.